and then we can put it on YouTube. Okay, everyone. We have, starting off tonight, we have the Open Cup semifinal. Yesterday, the Manila Sharks defeated the Seattle Metros in 2 games straight to move on to the Open Cup finals. But on the other side of the bracket, we have the Boston Colonials versus the Chicago Stars playing in a Game 3
Beast knees. Yeah, call them the beast knees.
in Chicago to decide the winner of this one going on to face the Sharks in the final. Okay, are you ready to get started?
I am, Ben, if you are.
All right. We got our commentator team here. So we got, with me is Jeffrey Rios, manager of the Brooklyn Atlantics and the 2012 NABA champions. Say hi,
Thank you.
Jeff.
Thank you for having me. Hello.
We also have the Boston Colonials manager, Joe Joust, my younger brother.
I'm not really in this, but Boston Colonials eliminators of the Brooklyn Atlantics from this very same cup.
Did you get my TikTok that I sent you?
That's right. And in the background is also Amanda Wendt, soon to be Amanda Drouse, Joe's fiance.
Yeah, she went to the drought
Manager
side.
of the Minnesota Sasquatches.
Maybe she'll add some commentary at some point, but let's take a look at the starting lineup. So we got leading off for the Colonials, Adam Conroy. Comparing that to Philippe Cadet of Chicago, it looks like the engine says that's a tie. It's a wash between those two players. At the second spot, they're saying F&Deeb gets the advantage there. Ortlieb the advantage over Kroll. Reichben the advantage over Ragosa. Hernandez the advantage over Kometz. Ta the advantage over Merchant. Ravi Kumar.
Merchant, that seems a little bold.
Ravi Kumar the advantage over Zia. Yagachev and Marcus. Awash Perez over Koluzai and Martinez over Magante. All right, let's get started here. So we got Game 3 coming home to Chicago here. We got Martinez on the mound, left-hander. The Boston Colonials have struggled against left-handers this year, although their average and hitting statistics have not been too poor against left-handers. For
one of the best in the league, even.
For whatever reason, their record against left-handers is very, very poor. So, Chicago's decided to stick a left-hander on the mound. Jose Martinez, second-year man for Chicago, having a good season. 3.66 ERA on the year in 22 games, 14.5 record, 1.05 whip, 7 Ks per 9, 2.5 walks per 9 at the young age of 23. Magante on the bump for the Colonials, coming back to Boston after a year away overseas. He's played 8 games for the Colonials, has a 1-0 record, 4.85 ERA, 1.75 whip, 7.3 Ks per 9, 4.6 walks per 9 at the age of 30. So let's see how this one gets it going here.
Yeah, Ben, just to comment on that, Boston just came out of a squeak of a game against Brooklyn, barely getting the win. And we'll see if their relievers can handle the pressure. They don't have the pitching here to really give Chicago a run for its money.
So here
in
we
my
are
opinion.
Off at Leinster Field.
The relievers have been struggling.
Jose Martinez on the mound. Adam Conroy, he walks him. Adam Conroy, one of the league leaders in walks, taking his base. And the early going, we got 1 on, no outs for Ruan, third baseman for Boston Colonials. And he's going to ground out to Ta. Ta makes easy work of him, and that's 1 away in the top of the first. Here's Melchior Kroll. Any comments on Melchior Kroll, Jeff?
He's a new signing. He was signed from the Las Vegas Steelers just recently, and he's trying to fit in. but he's been kind of on and off.
One of the top prospects in the ACBL last couple of years. Strikes out against Martinez there, and a line out to F&D will end the inning. 1 stranded, no runs aboard, 0 hits, for the Boston Colonials. Chicago coming up in the bottom of the first. 0-0 score, nothing on the board. Here's Felipe Cadet for Chicago. Cadet's going to hit one over the short fielder's head into shallow left field, and he's on with 0 out in the first. And that'll bring up Yusuf Efendiv, center fielder, playing left field today for the Boston Colonials, and that's a gapper. Well, does it have enough to dig out? And it's out! The home run horns are screaming! It's a 2-run shot for Efendiv, and that puts Chicago up 2-0. Very early, bottom of the first, 0 outs. Magante giving up the long ball here.
Chicago has hit so many home runs this season to the hatred of the rest of the league, but how can Boston stop these home run hitters?
Here's Ortlieb, Chicago's hottest hitter. What can he do here? He's going to ground out a hopper to Ruan. Ruan gets him out, no trouble at all. That's 1 down in the bottom of the first. Here comes Reichman. Reichman usually only plays against righties, so he's in the lineup here today against Magnate. And he grounds out to Conroy. Conroy makes easy work, and that's 2 away. Here's Clement, DH replacement for Justin Hood this year. Oh, and he strikes out swinging. Magante, after giving up a home run to Eason Div and putting Cadet on, goes 1-2-3 to end the inning there, surrendering 2 runs in the bottom of the first. To lead up the top of the second, we have Jose Hernandez, arguably Boston's hottest hitter. He grounds out to Wang Ta. Wang Ta makes easy work. The throw over to Ortlieb, and that'll do it. 1 away in the top of the second. Here's Cookbury Merchant, one of the best hitters for Boston since the trade over from where did Merchant come from, Joe? Whoa, and a diving catch by S&D. That's going to save a run and some extra base hits, and it's 2 away in the top of the second here. Here comes Zia, one of the best hitting catches in the league. It's a high popper. Can Kolazai make the play? Oh, actually it's Reichman, in right field, and he makes the catch. That'll end the inning. Heading over to the bottom of the second. Jeff, any comments?
So far, everything has been going as expected. Chicago's hitting home runs, and right now they've been hot in the league, and they're bringing it to this playoff game, cup game. Sorry.
Slow grounder up the middle, and that's going to retire Ta. Melchior Kroll making that play. Here's Ravi Kumar, shortstop in his walk season. Does he have enough to get an extension on a Chicago deal, or will he make some other team very happy next season? He pops out to left fielder Omar Perez. Omar Perez gets under it and makes a catch, making easy work of that one. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Here's the Chicago catcher, Yurion Yagachev. Yagachev, a trade over from the Baltimore Crabs. He's been done pretty well for Chicago in his 2.5-ish years with the club, but he lines out to right field, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Boston. They'll like to see that. No runs scored by the Chicago offense, so they're hoping to get some more offense here in the top of the third. No hits so far for Martinez, and here's Marco Marquez. Marco Marquez hits a grounder to Cadet. Cadet makes easy work over to Ortlieb, and that's 1 away. Omar Perez, one of the team's hot hitters, coming up to bat. He's got a lot of career left for him. Oh, and he grounds it to Todd. Todd makes easy work over to Ortlieb. That's 2 away. Here's Adam Conroy. Conroy, one of the best disciplines in the league. Oh, and he hits a slapper into right field, shallow. That's going to fall for a hit. Conroy's on base for the second time in 2 at-bats here. Plate appearances, I would say. The first bat was
hit
at
for
walk.
Boston.
That's right, first hit for Boston, so it's not going to be a no-no today. Is this enough to get it out? Kadeem ranges in the hole, and he makes the play over to Ortlieb. And that'll be 3 outs, stranding 1 man. Going to the bottom of the 3rd, here's Chicago. We still have Boston manager Joe Drouse with us? Guess not. Here's Kolazar. Kolazar's looking to fill in for Ruben Acosta, and he doesn't do Ruben Acosta justice here, striking out at the first pitch of the inning. First at bat at the inning. Sorry, what were you saying, Joe?
Well, we'll see if Magante's got what it takes. Boston needed all their best pitchers for the regular season. They're playing number 3 team Washington right tomorrow.
So, as Joe was saying, he's opting to go with the better pitcher he believes in. Who's next in the lineup for you after Magante?
But Magante did have Anzalone up next. Magante did have a great showing in the last Cup game against Brooklyn.
And he plunks F&D. F&D will take first after 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Yes, as Joe was saying, opting to go with Magante in the Cup game, looking to keep that lead and secure that 2nd place playoff spot is more important to Boston at this point in their season. So they're looking to pick what they believe is the better hitter in, I'm sorry, who was it again? 2nd? Next?
Anzalone.
Anzalone going against Washington instead of Chicago here. That's a long drive by Ortlieb. Almost had the wings to get out, but caught on the track by Boston, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for Boston there. Up to bat, Melchior Crow, and he strikes out again. Jose Martinez today, his 2nd strikeout, and first and only 1 hit surrendered through 3 innings. Here comes Joey Ragoza. Joey Ragoza, a former Chicago prospect, traded over for a deal to get a catching prospect who hasn't quite made the majors yet. Maybe he'll make the majors in the next couple of seasons, but it seems like Boston's got the best of that deal. Joey Ragoza had a really solid year for Boston in the ACBL last year, but grounds out to Ta there. And strikeout for Jose Hernandez, and that'll be a 1-2-3 for Chicago on to the bottom of the 4th.
Boston just can't get anything going here with 1 hit, and Chicago having their home run hitters makes a difference in this game.
Here comes Reichman. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Ooh, and he strikes out. Magante with his 3rd strikeout of the night. Through 3.1 innings. 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Besides the home run, he's pitching a good game. It's really the difference maker in this one. Here's Commence. He's got 70 power, 55 contact. What can he do here? And he hits a liner into shallow left. And that's going to put him aboard at first base. Perez can't quite get in front of that one. That'll drop for a single. Here's Wang Tao. Wang Tao last time grounded out to the shortstop. Oh, it's a wild pitch. And Commence will take 2nd on that one. Gante better get control of himself, or he's going to be putting a lot more on. Ooh, and he walks Ta. Ta takes first base, men on 1st and 2nd, 0 outs. This is right where, 1 out. This is right where Chicago wants him. 2 men on, 1 out. Here's Kalidas Ravi Kumar. Oh, he hits a drive. That's going to have extra base hits written all over it. And that is gone. It has enough to carry it. It's a 2-run shot. Kalidas Ravi Kumar clears the bases. It is 5-0 Chicago. Like I said, Ravi Kumar in a walk year. He's asking too much, I think, for Chicago to renew his contract. So he could find himself playing elsewhere, maybe overseas, maybe another NABA team, maybe an ACBL team will make him very happy. But Robbie Kumar been a solid producer since 2010 for the Chicago Stars. It'll be sad to see him go, but we got other pieces that are willing to step into his shoes, such as Oscar Martinez, a trade piece coming over from Baltimore Crabs, and who's the guy we got from you, Jeff, in the Brooklyn trade, also looking to fill those shortstop shoes.
Jorgensen?
That's right, John Jorgensen, having an off season this year, but had a good season last year. Him and Oscar Martinez will look to fill Ravi Kumar's shoes next season if he doesn't decide to resign. All right, here's Cadet. That's a gapper, and he's going to have a stand-up double. Oh, rounding third base, and he's home to score. That'll score another run. It is 6-0 Chicago versus Boston. Magante struggling here, giving up 6 hits and 6 runs to the Chicago Stars.
I don't think Magante is going to last much longer.
Oh, and
the manager might have to take him out.
Here comes a change. It is
There we go.
Boone Haransna Banerjee coming in relief. Magante goes 3 2/3. Sorry, 4 2/3. And Banerjee gets the line out to the shortstop, I believe. And that'll end the inning. Here's Cookbury Merchant. They're looking for some offense here in the top of the 5th. There's a drive. That's going to fall for base hits, if not a home run. It is gone. Merchant, a solo shot in the top of the 5th. That's exactly what Boston's looking for. 6-1. Boston is on the board, folks. It is not a shutout tonight. Any comments, Joe?
Nope.
Merchant really seems to come in clutch, producing triples, home runs, when the team needs him most. A great signing a couple of years ago. Which team did Merchant come over from, Joe?
Riyadh.
That's right, the Riyadh Scimitars, an expansion team in 2011, and one of the best teams in the Asian Professional Baseball League so far. F&D makes the play on the left field line. It is 2 outs away. Here's Omar Perez. Can he keep the drive going here for Boston? Nope. He grounds out to Ravi Kumar. Ravi Kumar makes easy work over to Ortlieb, and that's the end of the inning. Boston gets 1 back, still trailing by 5. Only 2 hits for the Colonials so far through 5. Chicago, 6 hits through 4, and they're coming up now in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Patrick Ortlieb. Oh, Ortlieb screams one to left field. That's going to be extra base hits. And he's on second base, stand-up double.
Boston's going to have to rely on the relievers much sooner than they expected. They were hoping that their starting pitcher would last a lot longer than he did. But here we are.
Here's Vinny Reichman. Does it have the distance? It does. There's another one leaving the yard for Chicago. Vinny Reichman, another 2-run shot. It is 8-1 now, Chicago over Boston. And the lead is dwindling. And the hope is dwindling here for Boston. The hometown fans driving this team to bring out their best performance here. It is 8-1. Kivance grounds out to first base. There'll be 1 away. Up to bat, Wang Ta. Wang Ta 0 for 1 in the game. And he takes that pitch right in the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Ravi Kumar coming over in the 2010 draft, the inaugural draft. the round 16. And that's another, whoa, thought that one was going to fall. Omar Perez ranges back, brings it into the glove, and that'll end the bleeding there for Boston. Anything to say, Jeff or Joe?
Rough inning for Boston. It continues to show how the relievers have been struggling in the last couple weeks. And
Adam Conroy takes first base. He's been one of the best seers of the ball this season, leading the league in walks and challenging that record for most walks in the season. Does it again here, and here's a high pop out by Ruan, and Kolazai takes it in. No problem there. That's one away in the top of the sixth. Here's Melchior Kroll. Melchior Kroll batting .232 in the season. A little bit disappointing. Boston was looking for more from that acquisition. And another line fly out to center field. Kolazai makes easy work of that. 2 away. What are your thoughts on Kroll so far this season, Joe?
Say something to me?
Yeah, I said, what are your thoughts so far on Kroll this season?
He's not hitting too great, but he's had some big moments, especially defensively.
Melchior Kroll eats him up in shortstop, but he's still a very young bat, and we know he has a lot of potential, so there's a lot of opportunity for him to turn it around here. Here's the Chicago catcher, Yurion Yagachev, up to bat. He's going to pop it up a mile high. Joey Ragosa makes easy work of that one. Shuza Kolazai, up to bat, left-hander, AAA prospect, comes in to fill the void of Ruben Acosta, doesn't quite do it, grounds out to the pitcher, easy work, 2 away. Philippe Cadet at the top of the lineup. Cadet hitting .333 on the season, a good season for him. And is that going to get through? Deep in the hole. It's a shortstop, and he makes a play. Great play by Kroll. Picks it cleanly, throw the first, and that's the end of the inning. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on base. Chicago 8-1. Here's Jose Hernandez again. Martinez still dealing. Martinez reaching 74 pitches on the day. So still a little bit of gas left in the tank. He walks Hernandez, however. Here's Merchant. Merchant homered in his last at bat, solo home run for Boston's only hit of the day. Is that going to be a double play? Nope. Safe at first. It's a fielder's choice for Merchant. Here's Zia to Zia. Ziu to Zia. It's a little bit inside, and he's going to take first base, I believe. Nope, it's a stolen base. I lied. Merchant steals second. Zia still batting. Oh, it's a screamer. But F&D's got it. 2 away. Merchant on second still. 87 pitches here for Martinez. Here's Marco Marquez, another acquisition for Boston in the offseason. A good contact hitter, but he grounds out to Ravi Kumar. Oh, and he bobbles it. Marco Marquez is safe at first. That's an error by Ortlieb. Ortlieb dropped that one. First and third. 2 outs for Omar Perez. Omar Perez grounds it to Cadet. Cadet makes sure that he's got that one. Ortlieb squeezes it. No damage here for Chicago despite leaving 2 men on base, first and third. We're at the end of the 7th inning. Jeff, would you like to do your 7th inning interviews?
Joe, how do you think your team's doing?
Not great there, Jeff. This is what we were worried about. A repeat of the game 1 there.
Do you have any tactical things you would change or put in, reliever-wise or player-wise, that you think would help you win?
Any question, Joe? You want me to pull Banerjee?
I would like to keep Banerjee in as long as he can. Keep those relievers nice and fresh for Washington.
All right. Anything else you want to add on your team?
Nope. Struggled with pitching this all year, so something to deal with. Hopefully, Banerjee can keep it going and they don't pull him early.
All right, should we get started with the bottom of the 7th? You ready, Jeff?
Yes. Chicago is really, using their home field advantage, as you can see from the 8-1 score.
The advantage of that timely hitting, those Chicago home runs. What a beautiful, I like to say, what a beautiful park we have here at Leinster Field, named after Chicago manager Ben Drouse's wife, Lena Drouse. This is Leinster Field here. What a gorgeous park here on the backdrop of the Chicago skyline. Let's take a look around if we can. Let's change this camera angle here. I guess we can't really see much. But once the play resumes, you can see that that Chicago backdrop, absolutely gorgeous on this field. Just as beautiful as Harbor Street Yards, the Boston field. Really have some gorgeous ballparks in this universe. All right, let's get the bottom of the 7th underway. Off to bat, Yosef Efendiv, the number 2 hitter for Chicago. Boone Haratna Banerjee in relief for Boston has pitched 2.1 innings, no walks, and 1 strikeout so far. He's still doing pretty good. He's thrown, I don't know how many pitches, 22. He's thrown 22 pitches. Still feeling pretty strong. His arm is feeling fresh. Let's see what he's got in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. It's a short grounder to the pitcher. Will he have enough to get out? Nope, he doesn't. Banerjee makes a play and flips it over to Ragoza. Ragoza squeezes it for the out, 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, we got a defensive substitution. Here's a batter change. Here's Toby Hickey, usual second baseman occasionally. Grounds out to the shortstop. Melchior Kroll makes easy work. Flips over to Ragoza, and that's 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Ivani Reichbin. And the pitch. Reichbin, another gapper. Does it have enough? It does! Reichbin! His 2nd home run of the game! Chicago! A solo shot. It is 9-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Banerjee's not going to like that. He's an extreme ground ball hitter and doesn't give up many long bounds, but Reichbin just enough. 407 feet into right center field. It is enough to clear the yard, and Chicago keeps the run going, and they're up now 9-1. Here's one called commence. Commence, a little blooper. Will it fall? Nope. Ragoza ranges back, makes a play in shallow right, and that'll end the inning. 1 run surrendered by Boston there in the bottom of the 7th. Coming up in the top of the 8th, we got Adam Conroy. Adam Conroy 0 for 1 in the game, or 1 for 1 in the game with a walk. Kulizai makes a catch there on a screamer to center field. Here comes Zongjian Ruan. Ruan batting .348 on the season, having a great year. He grounds out to Ortlieb. Ortlieb steps on the bag, and that'll be 2 away. Martinez still dealing. Martinez at 93 pitches this inning, so I like to think this is his last inning here for Chicago. And he strikes out Kroll. Kroll with his maybe 2nd or 3rd strikeout of the game. Man, he's really struggling there on the swing strike. Any comments on your team, Joe?
Not too much. Hoping Kroll turns it around. He's done a little better with lefties this year, but struggled overall in that hitting.
Here's Ta, and he takes ball 4. He'll take first base. Nobody on. That brings up Ravi Kumar. Ravi Kumar driving in some on his last at bat with a home run. Oh, and another screamer, and it's going to drop in front of the right fielder, and he's on first and second. Nobody out for Chicago. Is Boston going to stick with Banerjee here in this high leverage situation? They are. Banerjee continues to pitch. That's a high ball. Yagachev hits it to right fielder Hernandez makes easy work of that to make for the first down of the inning. Here's Shuza Koldazai. Koldazai hits a pop-up to third base. Ruan says, "That's mine, bro." Back off, and he takes it for the second out of the inning. Here's Philippe Cadet, the top of the order for Chicago. That's a screamer. Oh, and caught by Marquez. Marquez makes a great play on that one to end keep
Boston
the
defense
minimum.
really bailed out Banerjee there.
That's right.
10 hits for Chicago. Oof.
Some good defense there by Boston to keep it at 9-1. We hear some Boston bats here in the bottom of in the top of the ninth here. Whoa, and that's a screamer. Ragosa hits it in the gap. Deep. It hits the wall. He's on second. He's going for third. Slides, and he's safe. A sliding triple. A leadoff triple for Ragosa. Boston leads the league in triples. They hit many triples this year. Well, it just sounded like a Trump statement. Ragosa leading off with a triple here.
They must be pulling out their hair with that triple, but nobody on.
That's right.
Unfortunate.
Pitching change for Chicago's left-hander, Philippe Cadet. Philippe Cadet makes easy work of Jose Hernandez, striking him out. Boston has Chicago.
And do you mean Klaus Brands?
Not Philippe Cadet, you're right. Klaus Brands. Sorry. Left fielder sends down Merchant. 2 in a row for Klaus Brands, striking him out. Klaus Brands has not pitched a lot this season. Only 30 innings, but a 2.64 ERA and 30 strikeouts, so about 1 strikeout per inning. He's got 2 this inning, but that's not going to be a strikeout. Can Kulizai make the play? A diving catch, and he makes it. Wow, what a play to save some runs, and that's going to do it, folks. That is the ball game. Chicago taking this one 9-1. Wow. What a game here in Leinster Field. The Boston Colonials dropping this one in a best-of-3 series. But they're saving their best for Washington in the domestic series, hoping they can hang on to that number 2 spot in the league.
Yeah, Boston was put in a tough spot between putting everything they could into this game or trying to secure a second place in the league. And it shows Chicago's depth and how many quality players they have to play all these games and always play at 100%.
That's right. The NABA is all about balancing that depth, figuring out that pitching rotation so you can play those cup games and the domestic games. It's very tough compared to the ACBL, and not every team has the rotation to sustain it. Luckily, Chicago relies on some young starters in Jose Martinez, going 8 innings in this game, 1 run, 3 hits. A great outing for Martinez, despite the number of strikeouts, only striking out 4. He had a great outing, limiting the amount of damage for the Boston side, who has a really good hitting team. Boston, one of the league leaders in batting average, and they score a lot of runs. So Jose Martinez doing a nice job here to keep the score as low as it was, only surrendering 1 run. Klaus Brands comes in to make sure nothing else doing. And Chicago offense, of course, delivering here, producing 9 runs in this one. Well, then more than enough to secure the victory.
Joe, how do you feel this loss will affect your team, as well as the injury of Joey Ragoza? We hope that it's a short injury, but how do you think that will affect your
Yeah, he got
series with
injured.
Washington?
What's that injury? Can we get an update on that?
Looks like Joey Ragoza, day to day with hamstring soreness, pulled a hammy around in the bases. He's out 3 days.
They did.
Shouldn't be enough to hinder him from playing in the lineup. He'll be a little bit
Three
slower in
days.
the next couple of days, and his influences on hitting would be a little bit minimal. So,
Yeah, tough loss,
oops,
no doubt.
I just hit X on the whole thing. Hopefully that doesn't do anything. Okay. I don't know why I can't go back. Okay. All right, that's it for the Boston-Chicago game. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next time on the BNN network. Jeff, any final parting words?
Thank you.
Joe, any final
Well,
parting
here
words?
we're going to the league next, so it's going to be pretty tough.
That's right. We got the final stretch, final week of regular season baseball. Couple of storylines here. We got Denver looking to slide into that fourth spot. Still a couple of games behind, sitting in sixth, I believe. Looking to make their fourth consecutive playoff appearance, right? 10th, 11th, 12th? Yep, fourth consecutive playoff appearance. They're sitting behind Washington, Memphis, some other teams in their path. Boston currently sitting in the second position, looking to hold that home field advantage versus the likely number 3 finisher, which is Brooklyn. Boston versus Brooklyn in the first round. Really looking forward to that matchup there. Chicago up 8 or 9 games, I believe, on first, looking like they're closing on their fourth consecutive first place finish in the regular season. Hoping that curse is now lifted and they can finish the final postseason run with some silverware in their pocket. Washington recently promoted to the NABA once again. Looks like they have a really strong team sitting currently in the fourth position, looking to make the playoffs after sitting down in the bottom league. And they got a really good offense, and maybe they just have enough firepower to get the job done and turn some heads. We'll still have to see how the season unfolds. Any other thoughts, guys? All right, let's end it there. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been the North American Baseball Association.